Hey, it's Fresh Mark Sense with another fresh review. Today I'll be reviewing the original Eau de Toilette scents that are actually better than the perfume or Eau de Parfum counterparts that come after them. Now, you all see reformulations of perfumes and sometimes they get weaker, and you may need an Eau de Parfum to make it stronger as much as a vintage formulation of an Eau de Toilette maybe. But I wouldn't actually go to the Eau de Parfum because sometimes you lose projection, ciliage and longevity of the best parts of the perfume when they single out the perfume and structure it into smaller parts that are more concentrated in Eau de Parfum. So these are perfumes with character that have held on to their character and their longevity and strength of projection. So let's get into it. The first one is Stronger With You Eau de Toilette. Now this is a very warm walnut, vanilla, amberwood, cognac wood scent in the base. It starts off with some aromatic green, cardamom with pineapple, a little bit of pineapple just to keep it sweet. It resembles a oat baked cookie for me because it has a warm syrupy base of amberwood and resinous notes. It has some melon in it in the middle with sage to keep it aromatic and fresh, so it smells like something that is resinous, slightly herbal and fresh, like it just came out of the oven, that sort of freshly baked cookie thing going on. And that's doubled down with the sweetness of pineapple. So the cardamom is sort of like an aromatic note that you may see in bakery treats or just general baked goods and oven baked treats. So that runs with the theme of being a very gourmand scent. It has walnuts in the base too, so it's a mature all round. You can wear this in summer, but it may be a bit cloying. I'd suggest wearing this in winter and autumn, but you could possibly get away with it in summer. But the Eau de Parfum version of this, Stronger With You Intensely, has a toffee note as opposed to the slight caramel and syrupy amberwood note in the base of the Eau de Toilette. Now the toffee note of the Eau de Parfum is slightly juvenile because it's overpowered in its sweetness. The next one that I found in this collection very interesting is Salvador Ferragamo Uomo. Now this is a tiramisu and orange blossom fragrance, very cheap at £35 for 100ml. I was quite surprised at the quality of the blend of it. Very smooth lavender, ambroxan, sweet notes, tiramisu. It smells cakey, creamy, white floral with some sweet ambroxan. The base is slightly, I think, if I was to spray it, let me just spray it one more time. Yes, I believe that the base may have a little bit of an orange tinge to it. So it has some cakey tiramisu, white florals, and that tiramisu has a cake and cacao dusting. So a very sweet, non-offensive perfume at £35 for 100ml. I'd definitely pick this up for summer because this is the ciliage of this is quite widespread and it has a very nice scent trail when you move around with it. But the longevity of it is 7 hours and it's a very light scent, so no matter how much you apply of this, you will be smelling fresh despite having a long longevity as well. So the Eau de Toilette is not overpowering despite how much you spray. The next one is actually comparing it to the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Parfum has a leather note, so it's leather and coffee, which is also quite good, but I think it's suited to autumn mainly, and it can't be worn in summer, so that's why I prefer the Eau de Toilette. Just recapping on that point to make sure. Sauvage. You've heard of the perfume that's recently reviewed. I reviewed all three of them, and I think that this is the best in terms of projection and ciliage. This blasts out, it fills a whole room. and the citrus bergamot is second to none. It's just the best out of all three of them. Even though the bergamot is overpowered in the perfume, the way that this spreads throughout a room and the blend of it is so smooth and effervescent in the air. It's thick when coming up close. It's the thick cloud, and it's effervescent and thin and floaty when in the room. So this is a very fresh scent that you can rely on to keep fresh after the gym, or straight away every time you're going out. You spray this on and you'll be noticeable that you'll be wearing Sauvage, but nobody will be offended by it because everybody knows it and loves it. So definitely check out the Eau de Toilette if you're tired of the Eau de Parfum, not really the ciliage of it not really spreading out too much. Definitely check out the Eau de Toilette because that will give you more of a long reach. So this is Prada Amber Pour Homme. This is the original Eau de Toilette, and this is the granddaughter of Prada, the original creator of Prada, the leather worksman. I don't know what that is called, but she thought that this is the image of what a man should smell like. This is a very old school powdery. This is pre-90s, so this is an old school fragrance, very classy, very smooth, and the resinous nature of this is actually more powerful than, actually the eau de parfum of this is more syrupy, but this is more wearable in autumn. You can wear this in winter and it will be a light, inoffensive bubble. The ciliage of it in autumn is the best, winter is okay, and you can wear this in summer because it's still so inoffensive and sweet. So definitely check this one out over the Eau de Parfum because that is way more versatile. So the next one we'll be checking out is something I bought recently, Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Eau de Toilette. Now, I bought the Eau de Parfum and the Eau de Toilette within a very short space of time because I was actually hooked on this one and I came to check out the Eau de Parfum in store. So what happened is I bought the Eau de Parfum first thinking that it was this, and when I bought this later I fell in love again, let's say. The frozen juniper, grapefruit, bergamot and juniper branch. Yes, those frozen notes create an aquatic smell mixed with the palisandro rosewood in the middle, creates a mature rosemary herbal fresh perfume that you can wear in autumn and summer. You could also wear it in spring without offending people, and that's what I like about the Eau de Toilette. Don't knock the Eau de Toilette for not really lasting that long. Maybe it does last long, but on the skin it's projecting in a different, more effervescent, soft way. So some people who want to stay classy and not really project that I'm wearing a perfume and scream out to everybody, but just smell great for the people that come close to them, and Eau de Toilette is your answer. So I'm not saying that you go for a scent that lasts for only 3 hours, but this actually lasts for about 5 hours projection and 2 hours on the skin after. The ciliage of it is about half an arm's width, but definitely it's a mature, relaxing, herbal, sea mineral fresh note scent that I would recommend for autumn and summer. And the Eau de Parfum is a little bit too salty and not as mass appealing, so you'd get more luck with this and more compliments if that's what you're looking for. But I think this is a mature scent for people who know what they're like and are really comfortable in their own skin, who really just enjoy casual fragrances just for the love of fragrances and feeling fresh in the summer. So enjoy yourself with Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Eau de Toilette. Check that one out. Lasts for 7 hours on skin. And the next one is something that came today. I just reviewed it before. Le Homme Ideal by Guerlain. This Eau de Toilette is something so powerfully sweet, fresh, a little bit camphorous with the citrus note, That leather in the back note is long lasting. 5 hours projection is good enough. Put it in a decant if you got a problem with it, that's fine. But the Eau de Parfum and all the other versions, they mess with the formula. Sometimes don't mess with the formula, keep it original. Now these fragrances, like with Orange Blossom, don't add tobacco and all these things like that. It makes it so complicated. That's what they done in iterations after that. They had instead of the Orange Blossom, they replaced it with plum and tobacco and cherry, and that was kind of nice. But for me, it was just really a fad, and it was sort of a replication of Tom Ford Lost Cherry, that Guerlain with the red one. I'm not talking about Habit Rouge, I'm talking about the one with plum. So definitely check this one out, because this is sweet with tonka bean. This has tonka bean, almond in the middle. On the top notes it has orange blossom and bergamot citruses. It's more of a lemon citrus with a lime top note, so it opens up with a lime and cherry top note. Middle notes are creamy lemon with almond, and definitely you smell that grassy, fresh lemongrass, sour vetiver in the base with the leather to keep it more masculine. But I feel that this is more of a grounded, mature man's fragrance, maybe a family man's fragrance, because it's very inoffensive, but it has character of being masculine but also caring and soft at the same time. It has a soft, playful, inviting, refreshing top note, so sort of uplifting, inviting top note, and a more masculine, reliable sort of base note, because it's got that leather and vetiver, or something slightly adventurous, or somebody who is comfortable in their own skin but they could spring into action whenever they feel like it. So definitely check out this one, because I feel this has a sense of adventure whilst being grounded at the same time. Grounded, mature, citrus fragrance that I'd recommend for summer, because it really shines in summer with the citrus. But I'd also try this in autumn to try and see what happens with the cherry and almond note, because that could be quite delicious in a gourmand way. I'd categorize this as a gourmand, fresh citrus perfume, but you can do whatever you want with it, because it will be suitable for all seasons: winter, autumn, summer and spring, because I'm wearing it in the heat right now and I'm loving it right now. So check it out, L'Homme Ideal by Guerlain. The next one is Valentino Uomo. I haven't reviewed this before, so this is going to be a short one. Chocolate hazelnut, coffee notes. It has some leather in the base. It is smooth, creamy, that sort of chocolate mocha dusting. It has a leather base, which is a smooth, supple, thin Italian brown leather base. It's very gourmand, but I think this is best suited for rainy days. I worn this first time in the days that I wore Versace Eros in the mall and at the shopping center, and a few sprays, and I just sort of ran away just to try it, and I couldn't afford it at the time. And I tried this in the cold days and rainy, and it always picked me up because it was so smooth, warm and rich. This actually really dries down. This starts off quite camphorous and fresh with bergamot and myrtle. Myrtle is a camphorous note, and then that chocolate and hazelnut come in, more of a cacao mocha dusting chocolate that you get in a coffee, mixed with the hazelnut sweetness, syrupy sweetness with the leather. So it has a sort of amaretto chocolate leather vibe. Very smooth, very sensual. I think it's best for autumn, but you can wear it for summer. But it's a little bit melancholy for that time, but a bit film noir as well for something summery. It's a bit sensually dark for a summer fragrance. So definitely check this one out. An eau de toilette that has a lot more character than the eau de parfum that has been sort of cut and spliced. You can check that eau de parfum if you like, but I find that the leather has added something that is punchy but makes it familiar to a lot of other fragrances and loses original DNA. So definitely stick with the original, the eau de toilette of Valentino. I just bought 150 ml because it just lasts so well, and I was actually thinking the longevity was not going to be too good, but I actually get 7 hours on my skin, and after that about 2 hours or 1 to 2 hours. One thing about eau de toilettes, once they die out, 1 hour after, 1 or 2 hours after, they actually die out much faster than perfumes. Perfumes seem to project for less and stay closer to the skin but stay longer for the skin. But eau de toilettes actually project for more, longer than perfumes, but then they draw closer. When they draw closer to the skin, they die off. So overall they're weaker, but in terms of projection they are stronger. So check out Valentino Uomo eau de toilette if you want a classic sensual chocolate hazelnut gourmand scent. Don't come here for the chocolate and gourmand, but you will get it, but it's more about that smooth leather gourmand blend. So don't expect chocolate and Nutella, but you'll find it's somewhere in the mid. So you'll be surprised with this one. And the last one, how can I complete a list without Versace Eros? Yes, this is the original party scent, club scent. Every time, this is the first scent that I actually decanted, and I was bothered to decant it. So definitely check this one out if you want to stay lemon fresh with sweet geranium, vanilla in the base, some amber and apple. Check this one out for the club and stay fresh every day. Take care, stay fresh.